Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I make lifestyle videos here on YouTube. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about how RV living for 6 months now has changed my life and what it has taught me. Okay, so I'm not going to say that it's all been amazing, that it's always been roses and butterflies, but it definitely hasn't. It's definitely been one of the most challenging things I have ever done in my life, but I also think so far in only 6 months it's probably one of the most rewarding things. I want to share with you some of the things that I have learned and what exactly it has taught me. First off, I now value square footage. So what I mean by that is I definitely value every square footage that I have in my home, that I have to live in, that I have to spend my time in. I've definitely learned my preferences after living in a 2,500 square foot rental home. I know that I don't like a home that large, and after living in like 100 and some square feet, I don't prefer to live in a house this small. So for me, I think my happy point would be in the middle, where every room has a purpose and is used quite often, but also not too small to where we have a little more space to spread out and just more practicality and more use for it. And as we know, our family, we would like to expand, so I think having a little bit bigger than this, a little bit smaller than the original home, the rental home we were in, I think it would be the sweet spot. Another thing is I don't miss the excess space. What I mean by that is when I was in the 2,500 square foot home, there was so much extra space, like the whole upstairs we didn't even use. I don't miss it. I don't miss cleaning it. I don't miss wanting to decorate it and it just being empty. I don't miss having more space to just put clutter and crap everywhere. Like, I do not miss excess space at all. Number 3 is that I do not need as much things as I thought I did. And this is probably one of my most favorite things that I've learned, is just that simpler is better. I don't like clutter. I don't like having a bunch of different versions of the same thing. Like, I do not like, I just like a more simpler life. I like less amounts of items, less things to take care of, less things to worry about, to clean. Like, all of that is just stress in my life, and it's also just one more thing to worry about. So for me, I've definitely liked learning that you don't need as much as you think you need, and you probably don't even use half of what you have. Another lesson that has also stemmed kind of from that is that I thrive when there's no clutter. So in my rental home, there was so much space. It's so easy just to like throw something on a shelf here, stuff right there, not have to deal with it. But then those little things start piling up and it's just ugly to look at. It's stressful for me. I cannot thrive in a space that has clutter, crap everywhere, stuff that doesn't have a purpose, stuff that doesn't have a home or a space that it should go into. That stresses me out and drives me nuts, and it definitely affects my mood and the way that I enjoy my life. So I definitely learned that I thrive in a clutter-free space, no matter if it's in a large home or a very, very small home. Another random thing that I've learned is I'm pretty good at doing things on my own. I'm kind of a handy person. I have learned that if you want to do something, that nowadays we have so many different resources that we can learn almost anything. I pretty much renovated this entire space on my own, except for the help of some family members. My stepdad and my father-in-law definitely did some technical things, but I found that I am pretty useful on my own, that there's a lot of things that I didn't know if I could do that I definitely can do. So that was pretty interesting to learn. Another thing I have learned is I love making a space my own. I'm so happy that I got to renovate it and make it look the way I want it to look, to make it have the vibe that I really want it to have. And when you're in a rental home, it's really hard to do that because it's not your home. Like, we own this is ours, and so I can pretty much do whatever I want to do with it, and I have found that I really enjoy doing that. And I think this is probably one of the biggest things that I have learned, is to appreciate the little things. And as crazy as that sounds, I'm talking like the fact that we have heating and air conditioning, the fact that we have running water, the fact that we can have, in a home, you can take long hot showers. Like, I've definitely learned to appreciate the little things in life that before I totally 100% took for granted. I think it's just something that you get used to, and once you get used to stuff, I think you naturally take it for granted. But when you don't have something, or something is a little bit more inconvenient than it was before, you realize, wow, I am so thankful for the things that I have. And I definitely think that that is a very important lesson that I have learned in the past 6 months. Lastly, one thing that I have found, and I think it kind of stemmed from RV living and just this whole journey in general, along with my financial journey, is I love budgeting and planning out finances. Like, I get so much joy out of it. Like, it's probably very abnormal, and I definitely think it stemmed from RV living, because without doing this, I think I would have been so much more stressed out trying to plan finances and stuff in the rental home that we were in, because it was just so much more expensive. So I definitely think that is something that I have learned as we have lived in here for almost 6 months now. I think the last thing that I would say that I've definitely learned is that my husband is a very supportive and content person. I think that one of my downfalls is that I tend to not be as content as I think a lot of people are. I tend to overthink things and think a lot about things, and so Tyler has just completely supported every crazy idea I have had when it comes to RV living. He supported it 100%, and actually he's really thrived in it, and he's really enjoyed it. And I would still say, even though it was my idea to do this and to embark on this journey, I definitely think that he actually enjoys it more than I do, and he's a lot more content than I ever could be. And I think it's something that I've definitely learned about him in our marriage, and it's something that I'm so thankful for, because I am definitely a more opposite person as compared to him. So I think we make a really good match in that instance anyway. So those are the major things that I have learned in the past 6 months. I think these are all very important lessons and things that I'm very thankful for and happy that I've been able to learn on this journey. I hope that you all enjoy this video and enjoy this topic that I have been sharing with you all for the past 6 months. I do have a playlist if you haven't seen all the videos from the very beginning. We're still on this journey, so don't worry. I'm sure there will be plenty more. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Oh yeah. Don't you know we're getting old for this game? So why you keep playing, boy? Walking around like you're some